going on, guys? This is the EOC Waterfall Quest guide, and to first start this quest off, you're going to need to have rope, melee armor, food, prayer potions, 6 water, air, and earth runes. You are also going to need to complete the following quests to start: the Legends Quest, Roving Elves, Desert Treasure, and the Path of Glowfree. To first start this quest, you're going to need to go speak to Almera at Backstorian Falls, which is located northwest of Sears Village. And as you can see on the map, there's Sears Village right there. And the woods is next to it, coal trucks, fishing guild, and you're going to go up a little bit, and that's where the waterfall is, and you just walk up that path to the house. Then you're going to talk to Almera, and she's going to have to ask you for some help to her son, who is over there on the left side of the screen, is looking for treasure, and you're going to try to help her. I've already done this part of the quest, so I didn't talk to her. And you're just going to go run over here to this fence and click on the boat. Once you board the log raft, you're going to go down the river about halfway, and your log raft will break, and you're going to have to speak to her son, Hudon, and he will tell you that he's looking for treasure inside of the waterfall, which I've already done this part of the quest as well. He's looking for treasure inside of the waterfall. He'll tell you that he doesn't want your help, so you walk down this little hill right here, and you're going to use your rope on the rock, and then I'll lasso you over. Make sure you don't swim over there, because you'll fall off the waterfall, and that could potentially kill you. Use the rope on the rock, and your guy will climb over there, and then you will use the rope on that dead tree at the end of the waterfall. After you use the rope on the dead tree, there will be a barrel and a door down at the front of the waterfall. Do not go into the waterfall. Make sure you get into the barrel, and you will fall off the waterfall and go downstream near a house. Now you're going to head up to the house where Hadley is, and you're going to talk to him about the area around Backstorian Falls. And there's 3 different options to talk through, so you're going to want to talk through all of those until he keeps repeating himself, and then I'll show y'all the next step. After you're done speaking to Hadley, you're going to want to head upstairs inside of the house. There's 3 bookcases that you're going to want to search through, and when you search it, you're going to find the Book of Backstorian. There's 12 pages in the book that you need to look through all of them fully. You don't have to read them, but just make sure you go through all of it to make sure you get to the next part of the quest. After you're done looking through the book, you're going to want to head back downstairs and speak to Hadley again. He should run back through the steps of what she told you before you went upstairs. And just go through those again to make sure you hit to the next step of the quest. And then you're going to want to get to Gnome Village, either using an Ardonia teleport, the Yano teleport lodestone, or you're going to want to teleport to Castle Wars. Once you reach Gnome Village, you're going to have to walk through the maze and enter a dungeon in the middle of it. And for those who do not know where Gnome Village is, it's going to be south of Ardonia, northeast of Castle Wars, and north of Yanile. I'm going to speed the clip up through as I walk up through the maze, but from the picture up here, it's going to be the easier to start from the northwest corner of the maze and make your way through. Just follow the red lines all the way to the dungeon, which is the red exclamation point near the middle of the village, and I'll see you then. Go down the ladder and enter the eastern passageway, and inside is a room full of crates and skeletons. You're going to want to search these crates for a key in which you will unlock a jail cell later to talk to someone. Once you find the key, you're going to want to head over to the western passage where a gnome named Gude is in a jail cell. You're going to want to have to use this key on the jail cell, and you're going to want to talk to him. When you're talking to him, he's going to constantly talk, and then he'll give you Glarial's pebble. Make sure you keep this pebble and do not lose this pebble. This pebble is the key to the rest of this quest. use the key on the jail cell and talk to the gnome about the pebble. At this point, leave the cave and make your way to a bank to where you will bank all your items except your food and the pebble that the gnome just gave you. After you deposit all your armor, weapons, and runes, you're going to want to make your way east of the Hadley's house to the tombstone. The tombstone is located north of Ardonia, and like I said, east of the Hadley house. It's under where you started the quest, so it's under Backstorian Falls, and right near the fishing guild, about center. At this point, use the pebble on the tombstone, and it acts as a key, and it will unlock the tombstone. Once you have made your way inside of the tomb, you're going to want to head down the southern corridor, which has level 84 moss giants, which hit up to about 200, so beware for you lower levels. At the end of the corridor, there is a tombstone. Inside of the tombstone, you're going to want to open it, and there's an urn inside. Take the urn and head back to the start. Head down the other corridor, and at the end of the corridor, there is a closed chest. Open the chest, and inside is an amulet. Take the amulet and make your way outside to the tombstone. Once you leave the tomb, visit a bank and withdraw a set of melee armor, food, rope, 6 water runes, 6 air runes, and 6 earth runes, and do not forget your prayer pots. Once returning from the bank, head back to Almera's house where you started the quest. Board the log raft, and you will take the same process as getting back down to the waterfall door. You will break halfway. You must use your rope on the rock and your rope on the tree. Do not forget to do this to prevent from going down the waterfall and having a potential death. Before entering the waterfall, make sure that you have your urn and your amulet. As you enter the waterfall, there will be 52 shadows. Make sure that you restore your prayer potions if needed when they hit you. You will enter the room with the large door. That is the eastern room. There will be crates inside of there. Search the crates for the key, and then make your way over to the left passage. As you enter in the western corridor, make sure that you can pass the fire giants into the next door very quickly, for that they can hit very large numbers on you. Make your way through the door, and then use the key to get through these doors. Then you will be into a tomb, which you will have to use your runes at. Inside the temple, you will see 2 statues and 6 pillars. Place 1 water rune on each pillar, followed by 1 air rune, and then finally 1 earth rune on each pillar. Every time you place a rune on a pillar, the rune will vanish into the air. Once placing all the runes on the pillars, go to the statue of Glarial, the woman statue. Use Glarial's amulet on Glarial, and then steps will appear from thin air. Walk up the steps. If you touch the chalice before having used Glarial's urn on it, then you will be flushed out of the room and will have to get Glarial's amulet again from her tomb. At this point, use the urn on the chalice of eternity, and you will complete the quest.